Hello students, just a quick prelude to this video. I'm recovering from laryngitis, so I hope that the quality of my voice does not affect the quality of the content in this video. Today we're talking about a very specific part of the invert with the upper back that I've been having a lot of conversations about recently with students. And I wanted to make a specific tutorial breaking down the importance of the upper back and core in the classic pole invert. Now, there are a few tutorials already uploaded that are open to you as a subscriber. This specific drill that I'll talk about today is included in the pole invert conditioning video. And then there are also specific invert tutorials for invert on spin. So make sure that you watch this video in combination with the other invert content. But this is a very, very important piece, and I want to make sure that I dedicate one video to it. Okay, you do not need any well, you're going to use the pole today. You do not need any props. I'm going to use a resistance band and light dumbbells to show you one of my favorite exercises to help with the invert, but you do not need those today. So first, I want to break down shoulder protraction and retraction because it's very important to understand this motion in your own body without any added weight so that you can do the proper engagement when you're trying to lift your body weight above your head in the pole invert. So we have shoulder retraction is when we squeeze our shoulder blades together. Be conscious that you're not also lifting your shoulders up. So shoulders should stay pretty much level. Retraction, shoulder blades together. Protraction, apart. One of my favorite drills to practice this, that's a really awesome warm-up, is your arms go out to the side. You squeeze your shoulder blades together and you pull them apart. It looks simple, but you'll notice I'm not doing this. You're trying to isolate this as much as you can to your shoulder blades, so your fingers technically should not be moving forward and back. Your arm should not be moving forward and back. If you want to add a little bit more weight to that, you can do this from a hands and knees position or even a plank. We call these scap shrugs, shoulder blades, scapular blades in our back. So here we're spreading our shoulder blades apart, our scaps apart, and retraction, protraction, retraction. All of these are awesome exercises to do before your pole practice and as invert conditioning. Okay, why is this important? One of the main issues I see in inverts is this. What happens there? My shoulders round forward, my shoulder blades are spread wide apart, and I lose that connection of my shoulders back, chest up, lats engaged, biceps strong. So, even though we don't want our shoulder blades squeezed together in the invert either, I want you all to act like you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Because of the weight of our body up here, pressing down, that's the intention we need to have, is together, squeezing together. I can almost guarantee you that they're not going to go together. They're going to go in the correct position, which is back and strong. Okay. Please, this is getting very detailed. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. One of my favorite exercises now to practice the actual pole invert using the pole is going to be from a tabletop position. Okay, before I start this, I have a strong core. My butt's engaged, my hips are not sunk. I'm pressing down into the floor with my feet. If this is already very challenging, you can walk your hands up a little bit. Shoulders are not like this. Shoulders are back, chest up, ribs closed. Now first, I'm going to do a pull-up. Squeeze your biceps, engage your lats. Try to keep all of that as you you're eccentrically releasing your biceps. Slowly, keeping your back muscles strong. Pull up and lower. Pull up, hold, slowly lower. Okay, make sure you try that both sides. As you get stronger, you'll want to go all the way horizontal to the floor, similar to like a horizontal row that you would perform in the gym, which is part of the gym program in the app. So we're here again. Set your shoulders. Pull up. This is really important because this is the invert part. This is where we start, and then we slowly, as our hips go over, we release the arms, so straighten them, but don't lose the back. All right. If you're working on your invert, I recommend trying to do a couple rounds of those, 8 to 10 each side, slow, okay? They're very hard, and you'll feel it in your back and your shoulders and your biceps. Second drill is isolating just the shoulder blades. So you'll go down like you just eccentrically lowered yourself here. You're going to go into the wrong position. And then you're going to try to put your body in the correct position. And then wrong and correct. And wrong and correct. Film yourself on these, okay? Because I've been inverting for 10 years. My body knows it, right? It's in my body. But in the beginning, you're still trying to figure out what a lat is and what a bicep is. So film yourself, send your videos to me so I can help too, okay? Make sure that your lats, these, right? So shoulders are down, lats, back. All right? So let's say you already have your invert and you want to make it even stronger, especially on spit. You can actually go into an invert and you can practice the shoulder shrugs from an invert, which is very, very challenging. But I want you to watch this too, even if you don't have your invert and you're still working towards it, so that you can see the position of our spine, the position of our shoulders, the stack of my hips and my shoulders. I want you to see the correct position, the position that's most stable for your body to hold, and then the incorrect position, which is where our back is rounded, our hips are sunk. We're putting a lot of pressure into our compression, which we don't need a lot of. So I'm going to go into the correct position, sink to the incorrect, and then pull myself back up. All right, so make sure here, shoulders down, back, lats, biceps, core. Start here, okay? Hip flexors now, it's their moment. Correct. Nice stack of my spine. Incorrect. I have to have a lot of compression to hold myself here. Back to correct. All right. Now, besides the drill that I showed you on the pole. I'm going to give you all two more drills that, again, if you're working on inverts, try these drills, couple rounds, 8 to 10 each side. First one's going to be from the floor, no props. We do something very similar to this in a lot of our back bend warm-ups, but this one's going to be a little different focus. So watch. It's going to be similar to the dead bug, but unlike the one that we do in the back bends, I want you to glue your low back to the floor. Now, notice when I glue my low back to the floor, I'm not letting my belly dome up. This means I've lost my engagement in my core. So, practice pressing your belly down and then releasing it. Your low back can be on the floor and you can be in not the correct position. Low back on the floor and belly pressing down. I'm going to glue one elbow to one knee. If this is not possible for you right now, you're going to take a block in between. But the closer you can get this, the better. That means all of this is engaged and your knee is pressing back into your elbow so you feel your hip flexor. Other side matches. You extend, belly down, belly down. Don't let this happen. Keep it down. And back in. Reconnect. If you need, you can put your hand here. All this is too hard, you can relax your head. Still great. Keep your hand belly down. You can maybe bring your leg not so close to the floor. Or you can keep your leg bent and just tap your toes. Find one that you can do 8 times that's challenging. Not impossible, that you don't ever want to do it, but challenging. Maybe the last 2 you really have to fight. Opposite side, same thing. Variation 1, hand on your abs, just the toes. Remember, you can relax your head if you need. Variation 2, leg a little bit lifted off the floor. Variation 3, leg closer to the floor. Variation 4, both hand and both arm. Taking a second to pause at the end of each of those. Feel your core working. And then your last exercise. This is where you can either do a resistance band, a loop band, or a light pair of dumbbells. I'll demonstrate with a light pair of dumbbells or heavy pair of dumbbells, depending. We do these in the gym program as well. So I'll demonstrate with the dumbbell first. This will be the single arm variation. You can use a chair here to put one hand down, or I'm going to demonstrate with the pole because I really like this variation too. So I'm lowered down. I'm hinged at the hips. I am not like this. So make sure core is engaged, butt moves back, weight is on the entire portion of my foot. I'm not rocked back to my heels or my toes, knees slightly bent. My inside arm is working as well, elbows squeezing towards my body, and I'm gonna row. Make sure my shoulder's not sunk. I want to pull it back into position. Pause and lower. Pause, check in with your core. Lower. Pause. Lower. You can also do this with a band. You can also do this two-handed. All right. So if you need a little routine for yourself, if invert is like on your goal list, you really want it, the one that I demonstrated on my back, the dead bug, 8 to 10, both sides. The rows, 8 to 10 rows, single arm or double arm. And this one from the pole. We have our full pull up, and then we have the isolation of just the upper back, 8 to 10 each side. 1 or 2 rounds, depending on if you're using this as your practice or if you just need to remind your body of the invert technique. I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, this is a lot of information, and I can't emphasize enough how much doing these exercises correctly is the most important. So if you're unsure what correctly is, that's why I'm here. Send me your videos, ask me your questions. Inverts take pure strength. Yes, technique will help, but strength, strength, strength. So stay consistent with your conditioning. This is why some of the exercises are in the gym program in the app. That's why we have the gym program to help us get stronger. So pile your questions on me. I'm here for you, and I want to see you get those inverts. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.